Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday WIP, and you join me from underneath the damson tree. So the sun is shining, it's not raining, it's a little bit breezy, so hopefully the tripod won't fall over as before, but we'll crack on. So what have I been up to? Well, at the weekend I tried something totally different. I tried some new crafts, and if you've been on my Facebook or Instagram site, you possibly will have seen a picture of a chair that I made. Yes, a chair, a real life chair, with coppiced hazel, and it had front and back and seat and everything, and the seat was woven. It was a whole weekend we took to do this, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I always thought I'd like to do woodwork. I wasn't given a chance when I was at school because I went to an all-girls school and it was domestic science or nothing. But it was really good doing the woodwork and using hand drills. It was all hand tools, so there's nothing too fierce with electric drills and things, but it was really good, really exciting, and I'm very pleased with the results. So if you want to see my chair, just go onto my Instagram or Facebook feed and you will see it, because I'm so proud of it. I'm putting it everywhere. Anyway, that was what I was at the weekend. Before the weekend, I had a delivery of some yarn, some baby yarn. This is one of the colours. It's Bo Peep, West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep baby yarn, and it's falkland wool and nylon, so it's soft but strong, just what you need for babies. So I think I showed you this last week. I bought a pattern a few years ago called the Zookeepers blanket. I've never actually knitted or crocheted that as a blanket, because I've taken off the different animals and created different blankets. So I've done a farmyard one, I did a seaside one, I've done a cats and tigers one, and so this one is going to be bunnies. So I have done 15 of these squares. This is green grass, and most annoyingly I ran out of green because I was using stash. I thought, how clever of I might use stash, but I ran out of green on the last row of this square. See there? So I had to go and buy another ball of wool from Abcan yesterday before I went to watch Indiana Jones, which is a cracking good film to watch if you're wanting something to do. So I've now got 15 of those lovely green things, and then I've got 15 of the brown and white, because the brown and white one, so there's 15, well there's 14 of those, because the 15th one, I've done this to show you that there's the bunny. So they've got bunny ears, so I've got gazillions of bunny ears that I've made. Don't want to lose any down there. So really I'm all ready to start compiling or building the bunnies, and then I can crochet these things together, make a lovely blanket, and then put a border around as well. So it's really nice yarn to work with, this West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep stuff, and it's good and hard wearing for babies. So that is my advice. It's good to have something hard wearing for babies. Just rescuing my bunny ears here. I don't want them to drop down through the seat. So hopefully that'll be ready. Baby is due in August, so I am on track, and then I can go back to some other things, some of which I've shown you before. And I've also got a ball of wool to knit into a pair of socks for Mr. W, so there's plenty of things to do, and I could always sort through my stash again and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm enjoying that, and hopefully this afternoon and this evening, while the sun shines, I can sit in the garden and do a bit of crocheting if it's not too windy. But there we go. So you might notice that I'm wearing this is a home creation, of course. This is knitted, and this is a Rowan pattern from many years ago. And the yarn, I knitted Mr. W cardigan, and somehow between us and the shop assistant we got the quantities of yarn totally wrong, so there is enough left to make this top. And this is a double knit cotton from Rowan, so it's quite a summery thing, and it's got holes in as well, so it's a nice summery thing. And it's just right for the day like today, because it's warm enough for when the sun goes in, but cool enough for when the sun comes out. So there you go. So that's my knit of this week. It's quite a few years old now, and I did put a bit of elastic in here because the neck started to bag a bit, and cotton doesn't retain its size. It tends to just sort of go so I put some shearing elastic in around the collar, and that's a good tip for any collars and cuffs and things that don't quite work. Shearing elastic Don't pull it too tight, otherwise it puckers and wrinkles. We don't want pucker and wrinkling, do we? That's what we're doing. Anyway, so that's me for this week. Great excitement of chairs, and don't forget to look at my Facebook and Instagram site and see that. And my blanket, so it's great stuff. Once again, a reminder that I shall be promoting my classes from the end of July, beginning of August for the autumn. So, and don't forget that if any of you want a one-to-one, if you've got a problem with your knitting or crochet that you can't work out the pattern, then I'm happy to do that, and prices vary depending on how much of a problem we think we have. But also, if you've got a couple of friends that like to do 1 or 2 classes, then I can accommodate that as well, depending on time and place. If you're interested in taking crochet and knitting to work, then I do a team building session using knitting and crochet. The last one I did was a mindful knitting session where we all made bubble hats with chunky yarn. So it was 2 hours of quite good fun and lots of pom-pom making as well. So that was really good fun. So anyway, if you want any of those, just give me a call. But watch out on my Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn site, which I have there, something bang there, for all the details. So, and I'll be posting out from next week, I think probably in the end of next week, with all the details. That's all from me this week. I hope you're having a nice week and are fit and healthy, and perhaps doing some interesting crochet or knitting, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.